Alright, now let's try to find any missing sides in a right angle triangle using Pythagoras theorem. So in my previous video we looked at finding the hypotenuse, which is the longest side. Now we're going to use the Pythagoras theorem to find any missing sides. Okay, so let's take a look. Alright, so again let's draw a right angle triangle. Okay, we need something colorful. Let's use this pink there, and here. So I've got a nice bright triangle. So I know for a fact that it's a right angle, so I'm going to put the square here to say that it's a 90-degree angle. Yeah, that means 90 degrees. And what I'm going to give you is I've got this side here, which is, should we say 37, and I've got that side there, which is 12 centimeters. Okay, and I'm trying to figure out that side. Now, if you remember my in my previous video, I said to you, label the triangle accordingly before you do any calculation. So in our case, I'm going to say that the 37 is the C. That one there, I'm going to call it A. It looks like it's the shorter side. And that one there is B. Okay, now, as we got to A and B, it doesn't really matter which side is which, but it's very important that you know which one is the largest side. So, as always, we're going to start with writing the formula. A squared plus B squared is equal to C squared. We know A is equal to, well, we don't know what A is, so we're going to rewrite it as A squared. We know what B is equal to, we know it's 12 squared. And we also know C, which is equal to 37. And we're going to square it. Alright, now, my job is to figure out what A is because this is what's missing. So I'm going to look at the equation, and what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to have A by itself. And to do that, I'm going to take away the 12 squared. The reason why I'm taking away is because it's the opposite operation to plus 12 squared. Okay, so I'm going to take away, so let's take away 12 squared on both sides. Okay, and I end up with A squared, and plus 12 squared, take away 12 squared, that would cancel out. And here on that side I'm going to have 37 squared, take away 12 squared. Okay, now it's time to do a bit of a long multiplication. So 37 squared means 37 times 37. Let's just do some long multiplication quickly. So just set it up like that. 7 times 7 is 49, so carry the 4. 3 times 7 is 21. 21 plus 4 is 25. So that's the 25. Okay, now I'm going to move on to the tens, so I'm going to put a 0. And again, I'm going to start multiplying. 3 times 7 is 21. So carry the 2. 3 times 3 is 9, plus 2 is equal to 11. And now I'm going to add those two answers. So 9 plus 0 is equal to 9. 5 plus 1 is equal to 6. 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. And then the 1. So it's 1,369. So 1,369. And I need to take away 12 squared. And I know for a fact 12 squared is equal to 144. Okay, now the next step is to take away those two numbers. And again, if you can't do it by head, it's okay to set up a column method subtraction. So 1369 take away 144. So 9 take away 4, how much is that equal to? That's 5. 6 take away 4, that's equal to 2. 3 take away 1 is 2, and then I've got 1. So I've got a squared is equal to 1225. Okay, now we're at the stage where we have to take the square roots on both sides. So I'm going to take the square roots on this side here and square root on that side. This will cancel out the square, and on that side I'm going to be left with a is equal to square root of 1225. Now, I'm not going to expect you to know that, so take a calculator and do 1225 and square root it, and that gives you 35. Yeah, so a is equal to 35. Okay, so I hope that was helpful, and let's see another example where instead of trying to figure out what a is, you're going to try to figure out b. Now the concept is very much the same. It doesn't really matter whether it's a or b, you're going to do exactly the same thing. Okay, so very quickly I'm going to take you through another one. Actually, let's go back to these slides here and just clear off the calculation there, and we've got a brand new triangle again. Let's say C was equal to 8.3 and B, I don't know it, and A is equal to 2.1. Again, I'm going to start by writing the formula. A squared plus B squared is equal to C squared. A is equal to 2.1 squared plus B, which is equal to, I don't know, and C is equal to 8.3 squared. So take the calculator, because we've got decimals here. You're not going to be expected to multiply decimal numbers. So take the calculator. So we're going to do 2.1 squared. That gives you 4.41 plus b squared is equal to 8.3 squared. So 8.3 squared, which gives you 68.89. Now I need to get b on its own, and I know we could have done it before, okay, but it's okay to do it there or after, doesn't really matter. So I need to take away the 4.41. 4.41 is a positive number, so the opposite is to take away. So let's take away 4.41, so that we have b squared by itself on both sides. So that's equal to 68.89 take away 4.41. Yeah, so we end up with b squared is equal to 68.89, because those two cancel out. Take away 4.41. So we get b squared is equal to 68.89 take away 4.41. That gives me 64.48. And finally, to find what b is by itself, I'm going to take the square roots on both sides. So take the square roots on both sides. So that cancels out the square, and I'm left with just b. And on this side, if I take the square roots of my answer, I get 8.02. Now, can I just ask you, how many digits do I need to write after the decimal points? Well, if you guessed it right, it should be 4. So we've got 8.0299. So I'm going to round this to, let's say, 3 significant figures. So here we've got the first significant figure, the second, the third. So I'm going to look at the 29 here. 29 rounded to the nearest 10 is 30. So my answer becomes 8.030. And the last 0, we don't need it, so I can just rub it off. Yeah? Or in other words, my answer is 8.03. Okay, then that's the end of this tutorial, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you found it useful, don't forget to press the like button and share it with your friends. I'll see you soon, guys. Take care. Bye.